I call this June 4th meeting of the Paducah Planning and Zoning Commission to order and ask that you stand with us as we say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I can hear Tammy on that.
Thank you. Mr. Summer, will you call the roll, please?
Mr. Benberry, Mr. Bradford.
Here.
Mr. Morrison. Ms. Shrimpy.
Here.
Mr. Shadle.
Here.
Mr. Wade.
Here.
Sheriff City.
Here. Mr. Bradford, I believe you have the minutes motion.
I move that the reading of the minutes for May 7th, 2018 be waived and the minutes of said meeting as prepared by the secretary be approved as written.
Second.
Second by Schranke. Are there any corrections? I know that Mr. Wade did make a comment about the end of the, which is, it's a valid point, and we probably do need to consider that in the future for the minutes to make sure we have an end time, and also that the secretary is noted who submitted the information.
Because we get paid for the hour. Y'all get paid for the hour.
No. By the agenda item. No kidding. Are there any comments, corrections other than that?
I guess so. It said in the meeting that comment was about the adjournment, noting that there was a motion to adjourn.
And the time.
Yeah.
That we adjourned. And also that it note who the secretary was that kept the minutes and that that person signed it. Or that I signed it.
Or at least notate to the scrivener of it, yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Any other? Please call the roll.
Mr. Bradford.
Aye.
Ms. Shrimpy.
Aye.
Mr. Shadle.
Aye.
Mr. Wade.
Aye.
Sheriff City.
Aye. Ms. Schramke, I believe you have the first item of business.
I move that this commission receive and file the application of Philip Higdon for the proposed ingress-egress easement established between 10 and 12 Circle Lake Drive. I further move that the approval of the submitted plat be granted.
Second.
Second by Shadle.
This is a plat that will actually go to both city and county planning commissions. What the city is looking at is just establishing the two ingress-egress easements along lots 10 and 12. They're required to be 50 feet by a Creighton County standard since they're subdividing after you all take a look at it, and Mr. George is here to answer any further questions you may have.
I just have a question as far as, on the plat you've listed Philip Higdon as half interest?
Correct. Mm-hmm. Well, at the time, he was in the process of purchasing the other half interest. We're still waiting for that to go through and be approved and everything.
So this is going from the cul-de-sac, is that correct, over to the easement for the power?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And the county requires
a 50-foot.
Double.
I think it's anything over 4 acres, I believe. They want a 50-foot easement for it.
So it's going into the power easement, is that correct?
Well, yes, it's going to...
Coincidental with the city county line?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Correct.
it's all right. Are there any comments, questions? Call the roll, please.
Ms. Shrimpy.
Aye.
Mr. Shadle.
Aye.
Mr. Wade.
Aye.
Mr. Bradford.
Aye.
Sheriff City.
Aye. Mr. Wade, you have the second item of business.
I move this commission receive and file the application of the Board of Education of Paducah, Kentucky for the proposed re-subdivision of property located at 2400 Adams Street. I further move that the requested waiver of the public hearing and the dedication of streets be given and approval of the submitted plat be granted.
Second.
Second by Shramky.
This plat will start the process for the new innovative technology building at Paducah Tillman. The first step is to abolish all the interior property lines, then the alley, and then come back and clean up the alley. So this is the first step to begin that. Staff did have a few comments, which was the bearings, the floodplain, the building setback line should be shown, and the address should be shown. And Mr. Kurtz here has addressed those on the plat that he brought, and he's here to answer any additional questions you may have.
This is amazing to me. How old was this original plat?
I think the original property the original lots were purchased by the Board of Education back in the 60s, I guess prior to the original vocational school being built. And they just bought the lots, individually, and it was never cleaned up. The lines were never abolished. So, we're just, it's like Josh was saying, we're just kind of a cleanup for that block prior to the closing of the short section of Adams Street and the short section of 24th Street so that the new Area Technology Center could be built there.
So the three lots, 6, 7, and 8, where it indicates no deed found?
Right. We did extensive research at the courthouse and at the PVA office and could not find any actual deeds for those lots. However, there was a tax record at the PVA office stating that in 1965, I believe it was, that the entire block was purchased by the Board of Education.
So more than sufficient time has elapsed.
Yes, as far as
issues.
yes. But like I say, we did extensive research to try to find those deeds, but apparently they just were never recorded or possibly were never even established. So, but we felt good that we had the tax record that did state that at one point the Board of Education did purchase that entire block between Adams and Jackson and 24th and 25th. So.
I think the Whitlow firm who did that, who's representing the Board of Education for years, would have had some of those records, though.
You think?
Yeah. But, who knows?
Are there any other questions or comments? Call the roll, please.
Mr. Wade?
Aye.
Mr. Bradford?
Aye.
Ms. Shramky?
Aye.
Mr. Shadle?
Aye.
Chair Casillas?
Aye. Board surveys, you have the completed survey that I filled out. I do ask you to go and review the electronic one so that you're sure that you get all of the information. Because of the way that the survey was set up, it doesn't allow you to expand sections. Instead, you scroll the sections, and so obviously I couldn't print all of it.
Yeah, if you would go ahead and send me an electronic copy
I will.
of that, too.
I will. Be happy to. I would ask that you all review it and then give me any input if there's anything in particular that you think needs to be changed, or if there are any additions, because I'd like to get this sent off this week to her. Okay. Is there any other business to come before the commission tonight? If not, we are adjourned at 5:39.